Boom! What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Perfect Bag. My name's Clint, and today we've got another one-take bag review for you. That's right. We are getting into it with this. The Gossamer Gear Vagabond Jet. How's that for a name? The Gossamer Gear Vagabond Jet. This is an ultra lightweight EDC laptop backpack designed for a feather light commute. That's what we'll go with. What is a one-take bag review? Thanks for asking. A one-take bag review is you and me in the bag, no edits, no funny business, just a straight shot discussion. We're going to get into a couple of main points here. Exterior walkthrough, interior walkthrough, all the nooks and crannies. At the end of that, every single time on this channel, you're going to get two things that I love about the bag and two things that could be better. Let's get into it. Gossamer Gear. What is Gossamer Gear? Well, Gossamer, look it up, word of the day, is lightweight, ephemeral, like a spider's web, okay? So Gossamer, you can see that the brand is built on the idea of super lightweight. And in the bag industry, when you think super lightweight, you should think mountaineering, hiking, backpacking. That's the roots of this brand, okay? And so what you have when you check out the Gossamer Gear website, link in the video description. When you check that out, what you're gonna see is tents and hiking backpacks and multi-day Appalachian Trail, Pacific Coast Trail kind of things, and a section for us that is day packs. And in that day pack section, you're going to find the Vagabond Jet for only $125. I know. For some folks, $125 is top of range for what you want to spend on a backpack. Well, for the stuff we talk about frequently on this channel, $125 is firmly in mid-range. Okay, it's not a $250 bag. It's not a $50 bag. It's a $125 bag. So we've got to ask ourselves, is a lightweight backpack worth $125? And how important is it for a bag to be lightweight if you're just going to put 10, 15 pounds of stuff in it anyway? How much does it matter if it's a 2.5 pound bag or a 1.5 pound bag, which is what this is, 1.5 pounds, just about, a little bit under that. All right, let's start on the back here. Zoom in. Check out the back panel. You have a, like Emmett Otter over here with my jug band washboard. It's a washboard back panel. I think that's kind of cool. Feels good, man. You've got a very comfortable harness here, lightly padded. The washboard section also lightly padded because foam, believe it or not, this dense closed cell foam that they're using, think memory foam, think purple mattresses, that stuff actually adds quite a bit of weight to a bag if you go ham with it. And so Gossamer Gear and a lot of other lightweight manufacturers don't go ham with it. You also have two stretchy pockets here. You can put your cell phones in there, you can put your battery backup in there, you can put your AirPods in there, and it does fit modern devices because there is quite a bit of stretch to the mesh. I'd show you an iPhone Pro in there, but I'm filming on it. It's over there. I can't get to it. And if I did get to it, you wouldn't be able to see it because I'd be putting you in this pocket, so it just wouldn't work out. But you're going to have to trust me. A modern phone fits in the phone pocket on the Vagabond Jet, which, by the way, is an excellent name for a backpack. You do have these thin straps down here for tightening up the bag and this very thin sternum strap with a very thin Duraflex buckle. It's very dainty. I don't have giant hands. I do have kind of big hands, but this is it's a tiny dainty little thing. All right, up top you also have tiny dainty grab handles. These things are very thin. Again, Gossamer. Also, I would think Gossamer belies, thin but sturdy, usually, in terms of context. So when you hear me say these are very thin, don't don't think weak. Just know that I mean very thin, okay? Thin doesn't have to mean weak, right? Like Jackie Chan, right? This is yeah, very, very sturdy built, but also very thin. Usually when we think of sturdy in this industry, we're thinking about like Defy, Brown Buffalo. We're thinking about, you know, hefty, overbuilt 1680D. This is Robic. This is ripstop Robic. This is, you know, very lightweight stuff, but they recognize what a lot of outdoor-based brands recognize. I shouldn't say outdoor-based, mountaineering-based brands recognize, which is that some of these lightweight fabrics will last you just as long as some of the more quote-unquote durable fabrics out there. All right, you do have a, I would say, fairly dated logo here. Sorry, Gossamer Gear. Like, it just is. It's fairly dated. It does say, it has their kind of tagline on the logo, take less, do more. I like that. I like that. There's a lot of those kinds of slogans, logos in the travel industry. Held Closely has a very similar one to that. Yeah, it's good, but it's also very in your face. And it's one of the more noticeable, because of the color, one of the more noticeable features of the bag when you look at it from the front. Maybe that's just me. The most noticeable feature, though, is this front pocket. We'll get into it in camera number 2. And I think it's time for camera number 2 because we've got to do all the pocketing. It's time to get into all the nooks and crannies on this delicious lightweight backpack from Gossamer Gear. Let's do it. Camera 2. Meet me there. Here we are in camera 2. And look, it's the Vagabond Jet. Hello, Vagabond Jet. All right, let's look at the front panel first. Look, right here, it says, I'm the Vagabond Jet. It also says, I'm from Gossamer Gear. And it says, take less, do more. All right, tagged up. On the front pocket here, or on the front panel, you've got a front pocket. This is a very stretchy, look at my fingers. Very stretchy, stretch mesh pocket. I love front dump pockets. Like, if there was probably, you know, one feature that I love most in backpacks, it would be the front dump pocket. They rarely look good. They don't look good. I love them. They're so fun to use, but they rarely look good. This one looks pretty good. It's got a nice stretch to it. It's kind of in keeping with the look and feel of the bag because you've got, spoiler alert, dual stretch mesh pockets over here. These are spandexy and they're very nice. Okay, so what fits in this? Well, a whole crap ton fits in this. I've dumped my battery backup in there. So, you know, you can get a lot of crap in this pocket. It's a good looking pocket. It's incredibly useful. You have webbing that runs up both sides of the pockets, and you have attachment points down here and a reflective strip down here. Important to call out that you've got a, you know, I would say intentionally more durable base on this bag. It's not Robic all the way down. It's Robic, and then a nylon-y rubberized feeling section on the bottom of the bag. All right, up top, and that does kind of mimic the Aqua Guard, by the way. So it's not the only thing that looks different on this bag. You also have Aqua Guard zipper here and on the top of the bag. So it kind of ties that together there. It does look good. You do have kind of 1, 2, 3 fabric types with the nylon as a 4th, kind of played around this bag on repeat. All right, on the side, you have pretty good bottle pockets. They're not quite as tall as I would like. I'd like them to be a little bit taller. And then you do have these very teeny tiny, again, you know, zip, very teeny tiny compression straps here that are a little, I mean, honestly, they're a little hilariously tiny. I guess they're playing up the idea that this is a Gossamer bag, but Yeah, they're very tiny, and they're also very tall, meaning they're at the top of the bag here, which means that if you were looking for those to kind of hold a larger water bottle in place or hold a gimbal in place, you're kind of, you know, out of luck, because they would be good for holding like hiking poles or a tall tripod in place. But really, these, because of their placement, are more just, you know, good old compression straps. I do have a bottle in one of my bottle pockets and the gimbal in the other. Works very well. You can dual wield if you choose and do bottle pockets in both sides. All right, let's take a look at that back panel. Just like I said, here, we can use this to prove out proof of concept. There you go. And pretty good sternum strap that is adjustable up and down this rail here. Yeah, comfortable straps. Nothing that you will say to yourself, you know, this is the most comfortable bag I've ever owned, but also, you know, not problematic in any way, shape, or form. So let's keep diving into this bag. We've got, like I said, some pockets to get into. On the front of this bag, you have a quick access pocket. It's got heat shrunk paracord on the zipper pull, aqua guard on the zipper itself. This is your quick access pocket, and I have in here my AirPods clipped to the key leash. This is a fairly short key leash. Your stretch on this key leash is 3 inches. And it is not elasticy at all. It is dead center in this pouch. And I've got my Kershaw filter and an iPhone, wallet, and flashlight. Little EDC. This pocket runs to here. So that is about 7 by 4.5. Up top here, this is, surprise, a top-loading backpack, which I love. I love. The industry has eschewed top loaders. I hate that industry. Why must you eschew top loaders? But the industry has eschewed top loaders in favor of roll tops and panel loaders. Clamshells, you may say. Inside here, well, if you love top loaders, you're like, sweet, this is going to be so much fun. If you don't love top loaders, you're going to be like, God, I hate digging into the bottom of this for all my crap. But I love top loaders. And what do we have going on here? Well, big giant dump pocket. That's what a top loader is all about. Toss some pouches down there. That's my tech pouch. My AirPods Pro are in there. And a first aid kit is in there. And then this bag has a couple of other things. By the way, backup gimbal in there. Lots of stuff. You can fit a lot of stuff in here without any issue at all. This bag has a couple of pockets. It's got one, and it's going to be hard to show, but here you go. One mesh see-through pocket right here. And in there, I've got my Miu Mini Plus. And then it's got a tablet pocket and a laptop pocket. Nice. Pretty good. And then it's got a tag. It says, born in Austin, handmade in Vietnam. All right. Have no worries, by the way. This is a really good laptop sleeve and tablet sleeve. Very cushioned. They feel very sturdy. And you can feel very happy with, you know, the care and love and support that you're providing to your laptop. Let's break out the flashlight. And I'll show you the interior. It goes all the way down there with one pocket. And it is dark gray. It is charcoal because it's just the back side of the Robec. Remember, this is a lightweight bag, and so they're intentionally not adding extra fabrics to the sucker. And it is a $125 bag, so they're also not adding cost to the sucker. All right. Let's talk about this bag. Two things that I love about this bag. The first thing that I love about this bag is the whole front panel almost. The whole front panel here. Love the dump pocket, love the quick access pocket. The most important thing to me in a bag, is it a joy to use? Heck yeah, absolutely. This is really, really fun. I really like this whole front panel construction. The front pocket is good. The AquaGuard is fine. Yeah, it's really good. And I also love, thing number 2, the back panel. Yeah. Love the phone quick access. Great for commuters. The straps are just fine for a bag in this price range. The back panel is funky and fun. It feels futuristic. This whole bag feels futuristic, with a couple of exceptions. So yeah, really, really cool looking bag and really fun to use. The whole front panel, including, the bottle pockets are pretty good. The handles are pretty good. The bag is fun to interact with. And at 1.5 pounds, it weighs nothing. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right. 2 things that could be better. First off, and you probably picked up on this, with my big giant ham hands, these super dainty little straps, and I don't know, not for me. I think you could have added, 2 ounces of weight here and really made this a little bit more fun to interact with across the entire bag. The straps are great. The sternum strap is annoyingly small. The compression straps are annoyingly small. Zipper pulls are fine, by the way. That's no problem. The heat trunk gives you something to grip up and grab. The handles themselves are pretty good because they've got some dimension to them. They're tubular, dude. Those tiny straps, not for me. I think you could have gone with, 1-inch straps. Yeah. All right. The second thing that I think could be better, and this is maybe just a personal problem, is either make these pockets about 3 inches taller, these stretch pockets, or drop the compression straps about 4 inches to about right here. And what that would have done is given me more confidence, because these pockets are, they're good, but if you're carrying a taller bottle, you're in one of those kind of, the bottle is only halfway held in, and usually that's saved by the compression straps, and you can run the bottle through the compression straps and into the pocket, and it holds it in place, but not on this bag. So I think that could have been better. And then, I'm not allowed to do 3, but whatever. The labeling for such a good looking bag, and I think it is a really good looking bag. And this is probably eminently debadgeable. You can probably cut that off with a pair of scissors, but you might be left with some little holes. This one down here where it says Vagabond Jet, that's where the Gossamer gear logo should have been. And then the Take Less, Do More should have been blazed right here. See how this one is hidden behind that? They should have said Take Less, Do More blazed right here when you open up the bag. And this Gossamer gear logo here probably moved down to here. Yeah, they just need to rethink a little bit modern placement of logo and slogan and branding on this bag. Or even this reflector strip down here could have been, where the Gossamer gear word mark goes, and made it reflective. I don't know. Just a little branding advice that wasn't asked for and probably isn't needed. Overall, though, is it a great commuter backpack? I think it's a pretty good commuter backpack. It might be a great hiking and travel backpack, though, because a lot of folks are always looking for something that is super lightweight. And this is, for an EDC bag, super lightweight. And it is, you do have this non-removable rigid back panel here. But that's what gives the bag its structure, and all the weight really is in that back panel. It's got tote handles, so you could kind of walk around a market with it. It could fit into the bottom of a suitcase. Use it as a packing cube in a suitcase. Get to your destination, pull it out, and make this your city bag. I can think of a lot of use cases for the Vagabond jet. Pretty cool. Gossamer Gear, I enjoyed getting a chance to check out this bag. I bought this for that $125 price point, and I'm glad I did. I think you all should take a peek over at Gossamer Gear. Link in the video description. Thank you as always. It's time for me to wear this bag, but thank you everybody for the love and the support. How can you keep supporting the channel? Well, one way is to click on my Poshmark closet. I literally cannot, because my wife would murder me. I cannot keep all these bags. So I do sell bags over on Poshmark. You can get some deals. I do not mark up these bags, with the exception of one rare porter bag. I do not mark up these bags. I sell them at deals to you, my viewers, to keep the channel going. Check it out. I think you'll enjoy. Everybody, see you next time. Bye for now.